Good morning. We are starting this YouTube channel because my wife and I are backyard hobby chicken farmers. We're working on trying to get some land outside of town. And today we've got a lot going on. We've got a lot of cleanup and we're going to add to the flocks, so we need to do a lot of work. This is our current setup here. A lot of cleanup to do still. Gotta put more hay down there, get rid of some litter, clean up some garbage. We're gonna let the chickens out. Starting here. We got some Lockenfelders, well, we had Rhode Island Reds, but we lost one. One was a rooster, we had to give it away. Americana, some Silkies. Golden Comets. Got a little bit of frostbite. It's our first year with them. And today we're going to get some, I believe, black copper Morans. Some chicks, so we need to set up the garage. And then once that's all done, we gotta clean their coops out. So let's go in here and give them some extra food. We got enough water for today, and we're gonna get some extra hay down in there for them, so I don't have to deal with all the mud and water and everything. So they don't like being wet. But now we've got to clean out the garage. It became a mess over winter. Everything got packed away, tucked away in there. So we're gonna do that quick and make some room for these new chicks. We're gonna set up a brooder too. Oh, where's that light at? Yeah, we've got, oh, light's gotta warm up, hold on. We've got a mess in here. Tire inflator, skateboard, the lawnmowers, all sorts of junk. Maybe this light will turn on for me. So, well, let's just get into it, I guess. We'll get this set up somewhere. You can just time lapse it. Well, let's get started. This will have to do for now. We've got a big enough area. We're gonna get a like a feeder trough set up here. With this is our transport tote here with all this hay for the bedding. So got everything moved out of the way enough. Should be enough room here. Garage is cleaned up well enough. I probably won't park any cars in here because with all that bedding, it gets stirred up and dust just gets everywhere. You can see here from last year how much dust just builds up. It'll coat a vehicle. So The next thing we have to tackle, we can take this hay, pull it all in here. Also get some more, change up the bedding in a full-size chicken coop. Make sure nice and even. Don't need any low spots. They'll dig through it, kick it up anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Just want enough where they can burrow a little bit, get warm, stay warm. We'll get a piece of all thread in here to use this, hang a heat lamp right over it. You can see all the dust getting kicked up. So yeah, grab this all thread we'll use here. We'll just screw this into this pegboard right there, like just like that. Maybe we'll do it off to one side of the bedding, so they can basically, you want enough heat where they could gather under the lamp if they're cold, and they can all pack up under the lamp if they're cold, or they can spread out, get away from the heat if they're too hot. They'll do it enough themselves, they know better. But just to have it as an option, and then we'll have food and water in there as well, but that's something we'll set up when we get the chicks in here. But at the moment, I think we are all set until we go off to get the chicks, and we'll show that. We'll show time lapse of the drive. Got all sorts of things to do. Hopefully you guys can watch and enjoy this. Like we said, we're pretty new. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Any helps, tips, tricks. This was our first year having chickens. This will be our second year with them. So pretty new, we're learning. Like to learn along the way. Yeah, help us out. Thanks. Alright, here's the setup for bringing the chickens home. Got just a heater pad with the cover off of it under their hay here. And then we're going to run this little inverter to run the heat pad. Just plugs right into the rear 12-volt outlet there. We'll invert it to run the heating pad here. So keep the chicks warm. It's about an hour drive home, and then they should do fine in here. Clean this lid up and they will do great, and we will get going on the road. We got the chickens home. They all made it home, all 4 of them. We ended up getting 2 black copper Marans and 2 Cockins. So here they are in the brooder under the heat lamp. Little guys. Got their food set up. I gotta go get a waterer for them. I thought I had one, but turns out it's also for food. So have to go get a water and some hardware cloth to put over top so nothing can get in, or so they can't get out, I should say. And they'll grow up in here. Eventually we'll move them to a bigger one when they get bigger, but for now, this will do. Yeah, well, let's, oh, yeah, that's another thing, is you have to make sure to check their vents to make sure they're not dirty. You don't want a dirty vent. There's a little bit there, but you don't want that vent gets clogged up, then you're in trouble. I'm always so worried to pick them up. They feel so sensitive. But yeah, see right there, that one's got a dirty vent. We gotta get warm water on a paper towel and wipe that off quick. Make sure that stays clean and clear, so you don't want them to get backed up. See, that's a good example. That's a clean one there. Don't want to get backed up, that's when you got problems. So with that one cleaned up, get some water in here, some hardware cloth, and show you the final setup and how they'll stay for the winter, or the rest of the winter into spring. Alright, we're back. We got water with electrolytes, probiotics, all the goods in it. The Chick Boost. It comes with a scoop. It's for a gallon, so we did about 1/4 of a scoop because it's a quart. So what you should do is get a piece of wood to prop this up on. Otherwise, all of the bedding gets kicked into it. It's already going in. But that's alright. The bedding's clean at the moment, so we'll let that fill up for a second. And then you have to teach one of the chicks that it is their water. We probably don't have to do this with ours because somebody hatched them and had the water, so I'm sure she showed them how to drink the water. But you just take one and all you do is just dip their beak and they know that's their drinking water from there. Let's see, and the rest will learn from him or her, I guess. Hopefully it's a her. Hopefully they're all hers. We don't want any roosters, we just want eggs. Eventually, once we get the money saved up and we can move out of town, the goal is to get a bunch more chickens, a big chunk of land, some roosters, and maybe hatch our own birds someday. That's the goal of this channel. That's what we're trying to do here, is save up for that someday. Live the dream. But for now I just gotta get this hardware cloth, cut this open. This is a pain to mess with, but you just take it and you just cover the whole lid. So we'll set that up here and maybe we'll time lapse it. Right. Well, I didn't use as many screws as last year. As you can see, we got some holes that the old home bit driver did it. We don't need quite as many screws as last year. We had a cat living in the garage last year, so I was more worried about it. But gosh, this stuff just makes its own natural barbed wire, its own defense right here, especially on these edges. Goodness. Terrible. Yeah, this will be their setup for the next couple weeks. We'll fix this here. Let's get them some more warmth. Rig something up. Probably move the hook up. Don't really need it touching that really. So, but yeah, that is how we do our chicken brooder. So come out 2-3 times a day as we can, check their water, their food, make sure none of them don't have any pasty butt going on, make sure all their vents are clear, make sure they're all healthy. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple for, I don't know, a hobby farm animal. It's nice doing something on your own, getting your own eggs, making your own food. Next up we gotta clean the bigger chicken coop. Get some new hay down, get some lime spread out. Maybe change their litter out. We'll see what we can get to today. Beautiful weather now. Now the sun's out. But we'll see what we can get to. Alright, I didn't get it recorded, but we got hay down in the coop. So we'll go show you that quick and then put the chickens away. So got hay down and some lime so they could have some calcium. So show you in here quick. Got all fresh hay laid down, some lime spread out so they get some calcium, help their egg production, their egg shells. It is dark out here, but we'll put them away quick. All we gotta do is shut the door. They pretty much put themselves away. Make sure they're all in here pretty much and tell them to have a night. Alright. We've got a second coop over here. We'll make sure none of them are outside. Oh, there. Oh, good. Oh, there. That's better. You can see way better with that. Well, plenty of fresh hay. I'll just do one more check on the young ones, but other than that, I would say that's all for today, and hopefully this works out and you guys watch it. Thanks for watching it, and have a good night.